Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing, you would tell it.
Hey, maybe Tekashi was onto something.
You think Snoop Dogg is a rat? What you mean by that? Because Snoop Dogg got an order protection on Suge Knight. What you mean he got an order protection? He got an order protection on Suge Knight in the 90s.
You know, we beat him up for him, but then he was on probation, and then he got caught with guns. And each time it's nothing. They're not going to violate him. That's because he's an informant. He's a rat, a snitch. Yeah.
Looks like Tekashi 6ix9ine might have been telling the truth when he called out Snoop Dogg as a rat. The shocking truth about his shady ties with Diddy just came out, and it's wild. Reports say Snoop might have played a secret part in what went down with Tupac and Biggie. He was out here moving slick from the very beginning, pretending to be loyal to the West Coast while quietly switching sides when it suited him. No wonder Katt Williams cut ties with him. They used to be tight, but once Katt started seeing through all that fake loyalty, it was game over. Word is, Snoop wasn't just leaking West Coast business to Diddy, but he was allegedly mixed up in those wild private parties too. The deeper you look, the messier it gets. Now, to really understand how this chaos started, we gotta go back to the 90s, the peak of the East Coast versus West Coast rivalry. Back then, Snoop and Tupac were both signed to Death Row Records, dropping classic tracks together like two of America's most wanted. But behind the scenes, tension was boiling.
So, you know, I know you down with it, so that's what's really going on. And I just want to tell you I love you, man, and to be continued.
Hey, I love you too. Just tell me when to go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tupac started to feel betrayed. He thought Snoop was getting too close to Diddy, playing both sides and putting his own gain above the crew. Pac straight up called him disloyal, and that crack in their bond never healed. Things were already dangerous in that era, but this kind of backdoor dealing made it deadly. Snoop was out there on national TV, proudly showing love to Biggie and Diddy, even after Tupac had accused them of trying to take him out. While everyone else had picked a side, you were either riding with the West Coast or the East Coast. Snoop was the only one standing in the middle, acting like he could play both fields without catching heat. Just days before Tupac's death, things hit a boiling point. Pac straight up confronted Snoop about his East Coast shoutouts, and it wasn't some chill talk, it got heated. The vibe between them was bad, real bad.
I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. They canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people at my agency.
Suge Knight later confirmed this during an interview with The Art of Dialogue, saying Pac and Snoop's beef got so wild that Pac actually tried to fight him. It got so tense that Snoop didn't even want to fly back to New York with Pac. He was straight up scared he might not make it off that plane alive. Right after Tupac was gone, Biggie lost his life too, and the streets exploded with rumors. People were saying Suge Knight set up Biggie's death as payback for Diddy allegedly calling the shots on Tupac. For years, everyone believed Suge was behind it, until all this new dirt about Diddy started surfacing. Now folks are convinced that Diddy himself had a hand in both of those tragic deaths, and the puzzle pieces are starting to fit together in a chilling way. The rumors caught fire again when 50 Cent dropped that wild Diddy documentary on Netflix. Multiple insiders who were close to Diddy back in the day, like Kirk Burrows and former Bad Boy president Mark Pitts, claimed Diddy was secretly jealous of how close Biggie was with Tupac and Suge Knight. That jealousy, they say, pushed Diddy to pressure Biggie into recording Who Shot Ya, which everyone knows turned into a brutal diss track aimed straight at Tupac. That track lit the match that blew up the East Coast versus West Coast war even more. Biggie's friends later said he was done with the chaos. He was ready to leave Bad Boy right after his second album dropped. He felt Diddy was being greedy, pocketing too much of his money and playing him like a pawn. It's crazy how deep the betrayal ran behind all the fame and flashing lights. Around that same time, Biggie was already reaching out to other labels, looking to make a move and finally break free. But here's the wild part. Even after Diddy allegedly had ties to what went down with Pac and Biggie, Snoop was still out here riding with Diddy like nothing happened.
All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. It's any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light. I want to know, why would he get blackballed?
He didn't even try to play neutral anymore. Snoop went all in on Diddy's side, loud and proud. He was showing love to Diddy in public, making it clear where his loyalty stood. Before anyone realized it, Snoop had officially cut off Death Row and started showing up everywhere with Diddy, smiling for the cameras like they were brothers. He didn't just play both sides this time, he fully switched sides and didn't care who saw it. Snoop and Katt Williams used to be tight, real tight, but that bond started cracking over the years, and it all circles back to Snoop's connection with Diddy. Unless someone's been completely off the grid, they already know Katt's been dragging Diddy in almost every interview lately, and not one thing he said has been kind. The tension hit his peak during Katt's explosive interview on Club Shay Shay. He dropped a bombshell, claiming Diddy offered him $50 million, not once, not twice, but 3 separate times, trying to lure him into those infamous private parties everyone whispers about. Katt said Diddy wanted him to join in on those wild freak-off scenes, but he stood his ground and refused to trade his morals for money. That's bold, and it wasn't even the first time someone tried something like that. Katt revealed that before Diddy's offer, Harvey Weinstein had allegedly made a move too, trying to pressure him into something inappropriate. And once again, Katt turned it down without hesitation. He made it clear he's not selling his dignity for fame or fortune, no matter who's making the offer. Now here's where things get even crazier. Word on the street is Snoop's wife said he's actually scared of Katt Williams, and people think it's because Katt knows too much about what really went down between Snoop and Diddy. The rumors got even louder after talk started spreading that Naomi supposedly saw Diddy spike Snoop's drink during one of those wild parties, just so he could take advantage once Snoop passed out. The shocking part,
It really makes you question the relationship between these two, because look at this video call right after he gets the ownership of Death Row Records.
Congratulations, King. Great move, great move, great move. You taught me how to play chess. Oh man, one of my greatest students. Every time we sit down with each other, we chop it up, and then we go our separate ways. I'm trying to make you proud. Yeah, man, I'm super proud.
it was reportedly Snoop's own wife who stepped in and saved him from that situation. That's wild. This whole mess between Snoop and Diddy clearly runs way deeper than the public ever imagined. There's a lot of dark secrets still hiding in that history. And of course, people believe Katt's not the type to stay quiet. Everyone's expecting him to eventually air it all out, loud and clear. Online, folks are already throwing shots. One person even commented, Snoop a sucker for teaming up with Puff to shoot this when he was behind the Pac. The streets are watching, and the tension's only getting heavier. And now things are heating up even more. After all these bombshells dropped, fans started digging deeper into Snoop and Diddy's longtime connection, and what they're finding is straight up jaw-dropping. Old photos and clips are popping up online showing Snoop and Diddy getting extra close at exclusive parties, and people are starting to question what was really going on behind those smiles. Some insiders are saying Snoop's loyalty to Diddy wasn't just business. They claim there were hidden deals, hush agreements, and even mutual secrets that kept both of them silent for years. It's like a tangled web where everyone's got dirt on everyone, and one wrong move could make it all come crashing down. Meanwhile, Katt Williams keeps throwing fuel on the fire. He's dropping cryptic hints during interviews, and fans think he's building up to a full-blown expose. Every time he speaks, the internet goes wild trying to decode his words. People are saying this whole situation might be way bigger than anyone expected, not just about money or fame, but about power, control, and secrets that could ruin legacies. With everything unraveling like this, it's only a matter of time before someone spills the truth for real. And when that happens, it's gonna shake the whole industry to its core.
You guys know about Snoop's altercation with Tupac right before his death?
They went to Vegas, and I didn't want to go to Vegas because the vibe wasn't right. So I went to Warren G's house.
There's no dream of making an album with Biggie and Puffy or none of them. We're not
sweating it like that. This is our family. We peacefully coexist. This is our family. We peacefully coexist.
Tupac said there's no dream of making music with Bad Boy Records. Snoop Dogg agrees. But the very next day, Snoop goes on a radio show and says this.
So I ain't got no issues with Puffy and Biggie. I want to do a song with the niggas. Why would you say that? Because that's how I feel.
Now, the internet's in chaos because fans think the real storm is just starting. Social media's been blowing up with people connecting the dots between Snoop and Diddy and a bunch of industry names that always seemed untouchable. Every day, new clips, interviews, and old footage surface, and each one makes the story look even shadier. People are saying that what's coming next could change how everyone looks at the music industry forever. Some insiders claim there are tapes, messages, and receipts that show just how deep Snoop and Diddy's connection really ran, not just in business, but in stuff nobody ever dared to talk about. And with Katt Williams refusing to back down, fans are convinced he's got solid proof to back his words. He's been teasing that he's not done talking yet, and the internet's waiting for him to drop names, dates, and details. Everyone's on edge, wondering who's gonna speak up next or who's gonna try to make the story disappear before it explodes. This whole thing has gone from celebrity gossip to a full-blown scandal, shaking the entertainment world. People are no longer asking if something went down, they're asking how far it really went. The silence from Snoop and Diddy right now, that's only making everyone more suspicious. At this point, fans are saying the silence speaks louder than words. Neither Snoop nor Diddy has come forward to clear the air, and that's making people think there's some serious truth behind all these whispers. Every time someone brings up the topic, both of them act like it doesn't exist. No statements, no denials, nothing. That kind of quiet makes everyone believe they're hiding something huge. Meanwhile, insiders keep hinting that what's been revealed so far is just the tip of the iceberg. People who were once close to both stars are now coming out of the shadows, saying there's more drama, more secrets, and even darker deals that went on behind the curtain. It's like every new detail pulls another thread loose, and the whole story's starting to unravel in real time.
That what is happening with Diddy right now?
Very surprised. I'm ultimately surprised. Like, I don't be expecting none of this type of things to be happening, you know.
What's wild is that fans are split. Some still defend Snoop and Diddy, saying folks are twisting the truth for clicks, while others are convinced this is the moment the masks finally come off. The internet's been going crazy, debating who's guilty, who's innocent, and who's about to be exposed next. If even half of these claims turn out to be real, it could rewrite everything we thought we knew about the golden era of hip-hop. The truth's creeping out slowly, but when it finally drops, it's gonna shake the whole culture to its foundation. And now, it feels like we're standing right before the explosion. The tension between Snoop, Diddy, and Katt Williams is reaching a breaking point, and the world's just waiting for the next big reveal. Every day there's a new post, a new clip, or a new leak making the rounds, and each one adds another wild layer to the story. Fans are glued to their screens, watching the drama unfold like a movie that just won't end. Katt keeps hinting that he's sitting on even more shocking info, saying he's only dropped a fraction of what he knows. That alone has the internet losing its mind, because if what he's already said caused this much chaos, imagine what's still in the vault.
We acquiesced and gave him everything he wanted, and then he died. Sean wanted me to change the agreement to more favorable terms for Bad Boy, and his family and mother would not know. And since he had signed the agreement, he wanted those changes to come from out of the center of the agreement and have those pages replaced with the other terms. And I said, that's not right. I'm not doing it.
Meanwhile, Snoop's been moving quiet, staying out of sight, and fans think it's because he knows what's coming next. People online are already predicting another major fallout, like this scandal could take down more than just a few reputations. Some say this might expose the dark truth behind how the industry really operates, the power plays, and the price some pay for fame. At this point, it's clear the story is far from over. Every rumor, every silence, every cryptic post is all leading up to something huge, and when the next piece drops, it could be the one that blows the whole thing wide open. Now the energy in the industry feels off, like everybody's watching their back. Ever since Katt Williams started naming names, people in the game have been scrambling, trying to distance themselves from anything tied to Diddy or Snoop. It's like a ripple effect. One person speaks up, and suddenly 10 others start panicking. The silence from some of the biggest stars right now says everything. Rumor has it, a few insiders are already lawyering up because they know the next wave of revelations might drag them in too. Nobody wants to be the next name trending for the wrong reason. Fans are noticing who's speaking out and who's suspiciously staying quiet. The ones who used to be front and center are suddenly nowhere to be found, and that's only adding more fuel to the chaos. People are also saying certain media outlets are being pressured to stay silent to keep things from spreading any further. That's wild, because the more they try to hide it, the more the public wants to know what's really going on.
It's starting to feel like this isn't just a celebrity scandal anymore. It's a full-on power struggle that could shake the whole entertainment world. And if the next leak hits as hard as people are predicting, it might expose the truth that everyone's been trying to bury for decades.
Who made the comments he made on Hot 97, right? About how he didn't have beef with Big and Puff and they was his friends. He always said that when he got back on the plane with you and Pac, he had a knife and a fork underneath his blanket just in case y'all did something to him. From your point of view, can you break that situation down?
His thing was, Pac crazes him up. He ain't finna be in no limo and Pac beating him up.
At this point, the whole situation's spinning out of control. Every new day seems to drop another twist, and people can't keep up anymore. Fans are now convinced that we're watching the biggest unraveling in hip-hop history. And the craziest part is, it's not just about music anymore. This feels personal, deep, and decades in the making. Insiders are whispering that there's even more evidence floating around. Old recordings, secret photos, and receipts that could blow everything wide open if they ever see the light of day. Some say people are already trying to buy the evidence just to keep it buried, while others want it all to go public so the truth can finally come out. The tension is electric right now. Meanwhile, Katt Williams hasn't slowed down one bit. He keeps hinting that he's got a few more surprises left to share, and fans swear he's waiting for the perfect moment to drop them. Every time he posts or speaks, social media goes into a frenzy trying to decode what's next. People are saying this could be the final spark before everything explodes. The loyalty, the secrets, the cover-ups, it's all starting to collapse right in front of everyone's eyes. And when that final truth hits, it won't just shake Snoop and Diddy. It might change the entire industry forever. For Snoop Dogg, too, the internet's not letting up. One person commented, "Snoop chilling with the guy that took out Pac speaks volumes on you." And that statement alone set the comment section on fire. Everyone's got an opinion, and nobody's holding back.
That I listen to his music, I love his work. There's no beef, it's nothing personal. I don't hate him, and I don't disrespect him, and I love what he do, you know what I'm saying? And it's just me, I'm just a smooth, peaceful individual.
People are debating whether Snoop's silence means guilt, fear, or just someone trying to stay out of the flames. Either way, his name's back in the spotlight, and it's not fading anytime soon. But now, I really want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about Snoop's wife supposedly exposing him for being scared of Katt Williams? Do you believe the rumors that Katt distanced himself because of Snoop's close ties with Diddy? Or do you think it's all just wild talk blowing up online? The story keeps twisting in new directions, and at this point, it's getting harder to tell what's rumor and what's reality. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I want to know where you stand on this whole mess. And don't forget, your opinion matters here. Before you go, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video so more people can join the conversation. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss what drops next, because if this story has taught us anything, it's that the drama's far from over. And hey, don't forget to click right here to watch another messy video that'll blow your mind.